Hi everyone, Imad is here and today we are going to unlock one of the most Excel powerful trick, which is creating dynamic dependent drop-down list. So what does it mean and why you should care about that? The short answer is just imagine you are entering data so you can choose option from the first drop-down list and instantly the second list update with the only right choices. No more mistakes and no more messy spreadsheets. In this tutorial, I'll walk you step by step through building multiple linked and dependent drop-down lists in Excel so your data entry is fast, accurate, and effortless. Let's jump into work. Before we start, and as usual, let me tell you that the file we'll be using in this video is linked below in the description. You can download it and follow along with me step by step. Now let's have an overview about the data that we are going to work on it. It's a very simple table that containing the category in the upper row, and also for each category we will have subcategory like that. For example, the design, this is a subcategory for the design, the business and the digital marketing, and etc. for all the categories. But here is the thing. The challenge we will face now that not all the subcategories are the same. So we would like to create like a dependent drop-down list for the subcategory based on the category on the upper row, as we can see that. Let's start with the easy part in our today's video. Let's create a drop-down list for our fixed category as following. Let's go to the drop-down list worksheet and select the category part. Then let's navigate to data menu, and from data menu go for data tools, then data validation. Let's click on that, and then from allow we can choose here like list, and for the source as a fixed source in our example here, let's navigate back to data worksheet and select the category. Press enter from your keyboard. Now you will have this category list, but the challenge we are facing now is the subcategory. How we can do that, how we can link the subcategory to the category part. Let's check it in a simple way. Let's go back for the data and let's create a very simple XLOOKUP function. And if you don't know exactly how to use the XLOOKUP function, we already explained it in that video. I'll keep the link of that video in the description below. You can check it. So let's start by type equal XLOOKUP and get started with the first thing needed for this function, which is the lookup value. What exactly the lookup value I'm looking for? Let's go back for the drop-down list worksheet and select exactly the item selected from the category. Then let's press comma to move to the next part, which is the lookup array, where we are going to look for this item we selected in the category. So let's go back for the data and then select the upper row as we did while creating the drop-down list, the first drop-down list. That's it. Let's press comma to move to the next part, which is the return array. What exactly the data I need if the function XLOOKUP found the category I'm searching for. So in our example here, we have multiple columns and multiple lines. So let's give it a try to select all of that. Let's select that till the end, till the last row, including the data. And also remember that you can also buffer yourself by selecting more or additional rows in order to adding more subcategories for your dependent drop-down list. Here we are, we selected and we buffer ourselves. That's it, nothing else needed. So we can close our bracket and then press enter. Now we have here these all items that including the main category I already selected here, which is music and audio. Let's have a look here. We have 5 items and all are zeros. Let's try now to create the second drop-down list, which is basically the dependent drop-down list we need. And let's see what we have. Let's go to data menu and then data validation, then select from allow here. Let's select a list, and then from source, let's go back to the data worksheet and see what we have. So here, what exactly we are going to select? Should we select only that, or should we select the entire range. Honestly, there is a trick that can save you from that hassle. It can be automatically select the entire data included in the results from the XLOOKUP. Which one is that? That you can select only the first result from your XLOOKUP function output, and then from your keyboard press Shift 3 to add hash. What does hash exactly do? Hash is very important and very essential when you are using a spell function like XLOOKUP. So you have created the function just once and it's spelled down to include all the data you need. So hash here is detecting the last row of your data which is spelled by the function you already used. So let's press enter from our keyboard and go back for the subcategory or the dependent drop-down list and see what exactly it contains. As we can see here, there is the items that included in the category music and audio, and in addition of that we have 0 here. Why 0 is included? As you can see in the data, there is zeros, and this list included the unique items. That's how the data validation works. But how we can avoid that? So for example, if we go back for the category and change that into a business, for example, and go back for the data worksheet, we will see that it's already dynamically changed, but it's also including these zeros. The zeros in the business category, in addition to the buffer we already selected at the beginning of the creating the drop-down list, which we will see here. If we selected that, it's also including this 0. How we can get rid of that? It's a very simple and easy way to use to get rid of these zeros. All you need to do is just select the first XLOOKUP function we previously created and start your function by another function which is unique. Let's select unique function and keep the array is the XLOOKUP function we already created, and then we can press comma to move to the next part. We didn't need to update anything in this part. Let's press another comma to move to the last part. Which one is this part? It's exactly once. As we can see here, there is 2 options. The first one is true, which is returns items that appear exactly once. So it doesn't matter if you have replicated any values in the subcategory or you have some zeros in your data or anything else, it will get rid of them all. And the other part is return every distinct item, which is return every distinct row or column in the array. And as you can see here, there is a note say that this is the default, but we need now to select the true. Let's double click on it or type 1, close our bracket and then press enter. Now as you can see, it's a magic. All zeros are disappeared no matter what the category you are going to choose from here. If we choose, for example, social media and go to the data worksheet, we will have it expanded to include all the items or all the subcategories included or under that main category. Now let's test that. For the drop-down list worksheet, we have social media. If we click on the arrow, we will have only the subcategories we need. And if we change that to be technology and programming, we will have all the technology and programming without any zeros coming from our selection. Also, another feature you can do here, if you have a lot of subcategories and you would like to search for it, and that kind of validation we can have. For example, if you would like to add a warning message for the user that this item or the item you are trying to search for is not exist, you can go to error alert and then choose the style of the warning message is a stop, warning, or information, and put the title here. Let's type, for example, title as not found. And for the error message, let's try the item you are trying to search for is not exist. Let's press OK. And then let's try to search for a random thing and press enter. Now you will have this error message. It's named as not found and the item you are trying to search for is not exist. So you can try and type any other item. It will be filtered by the letters you are typing. For example, if we are going to search, for example, for mobile, let's type MO. It will filter while you are searching or while you are typing. And the same also for anything else. If you change the category for for digital marketing, and you will have here this drop down list. It's a long drop down list and it's including everything. Let's search, for example, for AdSense. We will have these two items that including the AdSense. It's very interesting for me. And now, after using this method, you will have the knowledge and two methods of how creating the dependent drop-down list. The first one was explained in this video. You can also check it. It's so dynamic and easy to use and help you to sort your data and make your data entry more even easier. Hope you liked this video. If you really did, please don't forget to give a thumb up and leave a comment. What do you think about these two methods? Which one you really prefer and why? And also make sure to subscribe not to miss any of our upcoming videos. Finally, remember that the file we were working on is added below in the description. You can download it and try it by yourself. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.